Atlantic Television Network Blowout, which is a syndicated live program of the network. Here we hold conversation on special interest topics. We bring you news, events, and stories through correspondent reports, expert opinions, and stakeholders analysis. Today on Atlantic Blowout, we take off with Anchor's chat. Udom, Eno, under fire over International Worship Center. In Akwa Ibom State, Jubilee Manufacturing Company files a temporary redundancy. In Ondo State, heads of administration, Suman, LGA, is pending court decision. In Oyo State, officers dismissed from a Nigerian police force alleged 3 years unpaid arrears. On misappropriation, opposition group calls for investigation of humanitarian minister. And in Abuja, federal government reneged on 35,000 naira provisional wage agreement. That's coming from TUC. On insecurity, stakeholder calls for permanent solution to Plateau State massacre. In Africa, ECOWAS to relocate former Sierra Leone president to Nigeria. Our guest on the show today is Dr. Pabon Baribene on our website, and that's Atlantic Television Network. Or download the app ATN Live, or better still, watch us live on Facebook and YouTube. We are Atlantic Television Network. Stay with us. We'll come back to you after now. It's New Year. The beginning of every new year signals a hope, faith, and desires to be met. From all of us at Morrison Communication Limited, Atlantic Television Network, and Wish 99.5 FM, we pray your desires for 2024 are met and that you enjoy abundant grace all year round. Happy New Year and welcome to Excellent 2024.
Kate does not want us here.
I have that
intention. Mary is only a child. What does she know?
Martha, better tell Uncle the truth.
What's the truth? We have a purpose here, and it has to be achieved.
My stomach is paining me.
What? She slapped me with her eyes.
So if we don't eat apple, no wonder you look like boiled rice.
What have you been doing with all this beauty?
Am I actually beautiful? Have you ever asked a lady out before?
Tell me, Benson, you got to echo into our home.
Frank, there is fire on the mountain.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. Only on ATN Day. Only on ATN.
Back to Atlantic Blowout, everyone. It's time for Anchor's chat. The inauguration of the Akwa Ibom International Worship Center, as announced on social media by the former governor of the state, Udom Emmanuel, is generating a lot of angst amongst the social media users. First, in an X post on Tuesday, Governor Umar Eno, governor of the state, said government officials and other political stakeholders held a super special interdenominational Thanksgiving New Year service at the worship center. The governor's post sparked fresh criticisms on social media platforms over the economic value of the structure. On his part, Udom Emmanuel via his X account said yesterday, tweeted on same subject. He wrote, as our people converting to their supplication and may state continue to grow beyond leaps and bounds, this clearly took the controversy a notch higher. All right. This conversation was, I can say, fire yesterday on X, Twitter, if you may. Several angles to it. What I was trying to find out personally is, why are they angry over this? Some said it has no economic value. Some said, oh, They want to siphon money. They want to launder money with it. Solomon of the Bible had a clear mandate from God through his father, the late King David. The government house has a chaplain. If this is about building an edifice for God, like it's been made to appear, at the time when the biblical King Solomon had that instruction and followed suit, we didn't have litany of churches with different visions and missions, if you may, across the states, or his father. Now, what exactly is this church, religiously speaking, going to do for Akwa Ibom State? We were told that God no longer lives in the house built by man in the New Testament, that God now lives in our heart. Is this looking like a competition with the Living Faith churches and dunamis and structure, religion, to cage your people by building an edifice that has nothing, if you may, to do with what is required of you as a governor of a state? I don't know if we have gotten to the point where we can say we need to call our leaders to order. But how do we intend to do that when we are this hungry? Unfortunately, this edifice has access to information. So for the journalists, for those who live in Akwa Ibom State, for those who have access to drive in and out of Akwa Ibom State as often as possible, what did you do? Did you ask the right questions? What did you do? How much did the State Assembly approve for this? How would you know how much the State Assembly approved for this if you do not if you do not attend their hearings and sit down and listen? Not even a carrying placard thing. These people, and they know that we are available. That's the only way they can do right by us. So until the office of the citizen stands up, be counted, these things, call it shenanigan, call it whatever you want to call it, will continue. Television network and Wish 99.5.
Dress. What have you been doing with all this beauty?
Am I actually beautiful? Have you ever asked a lady out before?
Tell me, Benson, you got to echo into our home. Frank, there is fire on the mountain.